This is row 4 of the right neck shoulder shaping at the front. I have my main color yarn here and slightly darker blue as the contrast color. So here I am working with the contrast yarn on the wrong side of the garment. I'm going to purl 3 stitches and work the stitch pattern as slip 1 with yarn and back. So bring the yarn back, slip 1 and knit 1. And I'm going to continue this until the short row marker, which is right here. You end with knit 1 and you're going to remove the stitch marker. And in order to work the short row pattern, using the contrast color, you're going to work, for the size I'm working on, you're going to work 6 stitches more. But what happens is the next row, you use the main color yarn, which is back here. So in order to move this stitch to the beginning of the next row without creating a big loop in the back, we're going to slip the next stitch as per pattern. Bring this contrast color yarn forward and then wrap it around the main color. Either direction is fine. And you're going to bring this contrast color yarn back, knit the next stitch. We're going to do that again. We're going to slip the next stitch, still with the yarn and back, but then bring it forward, wrapping it around the main color yarn. Bring that back and knit the next stitch. And this is where you will place a marker, stitch marker, and turn. So that way when you work the next row, which is using the main color, it's already here and ready to go. What that does though is it will make the stitch pattern at the front, it'll pull the yarn a little bit, but because it's such a small section, you don't really see it, which doesn't bother me. If you don't want to disturb the stitch pattern at the front, I suggest to skip the twisting and then just having a longer yarn loop in the back. So here I want to show you what it actually looks like on the garment. This is my long sleeve version that I made. So here in the front is where the stitch was twisted in the back, and the back of the garment, there's no disturbance. So you see the difference, and it's pretty small section at the top of the shoulder. The back is fairly clean and neat. There's no big floats hanging around. So this will happen on the right front shoulder and the back left shoulder. So here is where the yarn was twisted in the back and here where it was not. Again, the inside is pretty clean. I have a short sleeve version that I made also. You can see right there at the front. And the inside is nice and neat. So it's totally up to you if you want to use this technique. It is in the pattern. But if you don't, they'll all look like this row with the slip stitches all the same. But if you do twist it in the back, it will pull a little bit. But you get a nice clean inside. This is just the end. So completely up to you. But you have the option to follow as pattern or just go as is. And if you're unbothered by the long floats in the back, up to you.